What's happening, everyone? You got the Retro Gaming Hippie here. It's been a while. I haven't really been out getting any garage sales or thrift stores. I've just been working a lot on the weekends, but I have gone out there and found a few things, and I'm going to show you what that is today. I kind of broke it into my garage sale finds and kind of went the stuffed animal route on this. Found a little 1989 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuffy. I don't know which turtle this is because I don't know my turtles that well, but he was cool and he was cheap. Little set of, these are vintage, of course, too, Smurfs. I always wondered what these tasted like because if you ever watched the Smurfs, Gargamel was always trying to eat them. So it always made me wonder what they tasted like. Smurf berry cereal was Smurf berries. It wasn't Smurfs, so obviously that tasted like berry. Something a little bit different for me, little PC stuff. You know, I always like the role-playing. I always like the D&D. This is far more modern than me. I haven't had a computer in over a decade. But my next big purchase in the market will be a Commodore 64, so that was a start. So, but they were cheap. Figured I'd pick them up. They're the Neverwinter's Nights and some expansions. Spy Hunter 2 on the PlayStation 2. I really enjoy Spy Hunter, so never played Spy Hunter 2. How bad can it be? Well, don't answer that. Then I did some eBay buys. Of course, you know, I hit up the eBay for stuff too, especially when I really want something. And I just put the price in I want to pay way ahead of time. I don't count it down. And if I win, I win. But wax packs from back in the day. And I bought a bunch of these up to the show that I vended at this last weekend that I'll get to sell, or even I even gave away quite a few. These are based on video games from like the 1983 era is when they came out. And what they were inside were little scratch-it games. They had rules on the back just for fun. And your friends could play, you know, you could probably gamble or make deals who could get further on the pack game. But they'll scratch it. Unfortunately, these are kind of dried out. They don't scratch very well so far. This is based on Zaxxon, Turbo, Donkey Kong Jr., Frogger. And of course, they had stickers and gum. No, I haven't tried the gum. The stickers stick pretty well. I put them on my coffee cups and stuff. And then these also make puzzles. And for those of you that are watching this like in the 2050 era, there used to be something called arcade games. And you would pay $0.25 and you'd play the video game in there instead of however you're doing it in 2050. Picked up some early 90s. These are curtains. WWF, of course. This was off eBay. Along with this came 2 sheets. Of course, if you know me, those sheets are now on my bed and I'm sleeping on them. Just really haven't found a use for the curtains in the apartment yet. So I kept the curtains. Probably one of the coolest finds, this was a local find underneath here. This wasn't an eBay find. Was a little Nintendo storage cabinet. Didn't know a lot about it. Saw on Facebook, not too far away. Price was in my range. Cool little cabinet. Evidently there's 3 different types of these. This guy has them all. He was just partnering with this one for circumstances, and I was like, sweet, I'll take it. I love my merchandise. So then I vended on Saturday up at the Renton City RetroCon, or Renton City RentCon, which is something I also vended at about 3 years ago. And I used to go down to a place called D-Pad Gaming, which is the people that spearhead this event, all the time for free trade nights when I worked up in Washington State. Great group of people. Emilio Morales is the guy that I can just think of off the top of my head his name. He's the one I always talk to. Set up a great event. So I took up a bunch of stuff up there to vend, and of course I'd look around and see what I could find. Unfortunately, I really wasn't able to get up and walk around until much later in the day. So anything I might have been looking for might have already gone out the door, which is great because it's there for the people that are coming to view and purchase, not for the vendors, you know. So, and I was really only looking for a couple things anyway. So it was going to be hard to find something. But I still found some stuff. Good old Atari, G.I. Joe. Only reason why I got it is because it's G.I. Joe. I don't believe I ever played this back in the day. I'm familiar with what it is, and I'll probably fire up the Atari sometime in the next couple of weeks. But I picked up G.I. Joe. Sticking with the merchandise, you know, with a little cabinet. These are some do-it-yourself peel-and-place stickers of Mario. They can stick on the walls if I decide to change from WWF, which is probably not going to happen. But maybe we'll do the front room if I set up video games up there. I don't know. Right now it's just a big cat room. It is missing some of them, and I knew that buying it. That's kind of what it looks on the wall. They're reusable. And it has the box. And it's merchandise. I love merchandise. And the last item I got turned out to be from a guy that I've heard of before. His name's John Riggs. He does a lot of videos. He's very well known to the retro gaming community. He decided to do I would call it a magazine, I guess, but it's going to be a hardcover book about cereal. And we chatted for a minute, about it, because like him, I have a real close attachment to the cereal from the 80s too, and the toys and stuff. So really great read. He was right behind me in the vending stuff as far as like behind the curtain, behind my booth. And chatted him up for a bit, watched some of his videos. I highly recommend him. He is 10 times better than me. He probably rehearses, which I don't. He edits really well. He's got a great voice for what he's saying. He's very to the point. He's quick, but yet gives you information. Just really, really good. The biggest thing that struck me when I actually met him was like, he was really tall. He's like 6'5". I was like, wow. I didn't say it, but I thought, he's taller than I thought he would be. Don't know why I wouldn't think he would be that tall. But anyhow, this is probably one of the cooler things I picked up too. This magazine. And I believe he said he's coming out in a hardcover, which will be expanded or even a bit more on that. So those are my pickups from the recent week or been about a month or so. Renton City Retro was, of course, a great time. It's always great to unload some stuff. It would have been nicer to find something I was looking for, but I'm not really looking for a lot. But most of all, it's great to get out and just talk to all these people in this community of things that I love. Talking about old video games, or the guys next to me were the comic guys that actually was next to the 2 or 3 years ago as I was at it, and I still have that comic they gave me and signed here in my collection. And there they were, right next to me again, and just great to get out and see people. So tell me what you think, man. Leave me some comments, and maybe next time I'll do something a little bit different for a video instead of just showing you all these great things that I find. Until then, remember, I'm the Retro Gaming Hippie. I don't buy nostalgia because I am nostalgia.